Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I'll share my screen right now. So yeah, this will be a short webinar. I just wanted to kind of go over custom report logic that we have recently built. And unfortunately, I won't even have a full demonstration for you, but we have built some logic with our custom form. So whether that's meaning you already have a custom form that like edited, or if you'd like to have a custom form created, we have built this logic in that I'll go into in further detail. And also just kind of go over what a custom form is. So some people know exactly what it's used for, and they either have it or they've decided against it, or maybe you don't even know that we build out custom forms for your business, which I can discuss that. So just want to talk about that. I'll create a work order, a job, and I'll send it to the technician in the field. He'll open up his app, start the job, and then he will open the custom form to fill it out, and I'll showcase that. Cool. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, please save the questions, I guess, for the end. In the meantime, just click on the green microphone button on the control panel, but you can ask questions once I'm done with this real quickly, actually. All right, so I am sharing my screen. So I am in this demo account. So I am going to create a work order. And pretty simple, just select a customer here. Basic information up top here. We'll go down to description, just put in test. Make sure the status is assigned. And assign it to myself. I am the technician. And last correspondence is a phone call. And the work order date is today at 5 o'clock. And we'll be there for about an hour. Cool. So let's just save this. No notes need to be taken. So we will save this information and work order. (161) has been created. Great. So let's jump over to the mobile app because it has been assigned. So I am now on the iPad version of our application. So as a technician, I will sign in and I'll refresh it. And then on the left side, you see here, you can see jobs total is now at 3. So I'll go ahead and select that. And then I will go to the job that was just scheduled for me, which is at 5 o'clock. And then on the right side, all this information appears, as you probably have noticed. So I'll change the first status to arrive. And then if you do have custom forms that have been already created, they will be down here under job custom forms, which is kind of like the bottom half here below create task. So your technician just needs to click on this, and then you can select the form that we've created from you. And you can use any of these. These are just examples, but if we've created it, it would be in your account so that all the options would appear. So basically, forms are like a digitized copy of any sort of paper form that your craftsman or technician fills out in the field. So if there's like a service report, agreement, any sort of thing that like an inspection form that always gets filled out, but maybe you're utilizing it via paper and make it easier and more organized, we can turn that paper copy into a digital version, work with you to scope out exactly what needs to be filled out. We can scope out whether it's a single line text, if it's just a checkbox. As you can see, a lot of these are asking if it's okay or something. Or some of them actually, let's go back, some of them ask for pass or fail, satisfactory. Basically, these values, we would work with you to create it. And so we would kind of see what the form is. If any questions come up, we would let you know, but we'd be able to easily see kind of what we can do with it. So again, I'm not sure if you've seen a form before, but this is kind of how it looks. It's really easy to navigate. Obviously, the technician in the field would go through each one. He would select the logic, satisfactory, all looks good. So what recently we just built out is the ability for a technician to input data into a field. So for instance, as you can see, appointment type here, it's a single line text. So if he put in the value of like test, basically what we've built out, and again, I don't have the full example because it's not fully launched just yet, But what we can do is we can create logic where he types in a certain answer, and then other fields appear based on that logic or based on that text and value that he put in, so that he can continue to fill out the values based on the logic that that you've built out. So hopefully that makes sense. It's really it takes our team to know what the values are. So if he types in this, what appears next, and if he types in something else, then what appears. So this could be used for numbers that he puts in. It could be for text that he puts in. And so really easy to build this out. We would just have to figure out what the kind of logic is and build off of that. So perhaps in your mind, you already know of an example that would work with that. I probably will demo this again real quickly when we actually do get this built out on a form. But I just wanted to give you guys the heads up that this is being built out and makes it easier. So maybe you don't have all these values at first. Maybe it's just like the top portion, just a single line. And then each time he fills in something, it's kind of like a create your own story sort of flow, but you just, every time you put something in, something else appears. And then when he gets to the end, there's no more values to put in, so the form is done. So I'll answer questions about that in a second. But just to continue on about forms in general, of course, there can be a signature at the very bottom for the technician to grab. And with forms, you can submit them. And you have a couple options here. You can send it to the office, or you can send it to the office and the customer. So let's send it to both office and customer. You'll notice it was successfully submitted. And if we go back to the job, it's still in progress and not much has changed otherwise. So just a heads up about that. Let's go back to the job in, let's finish this actually. This was another form that wasn't finished, but we'll finish that one. All right, so go back to this work order 161. Let's refresh it. Collapse the fields. And if I go down to the Documents tab, as you can see here, here are the custom forms that we kind of haphazardly filled out. So then you could download these at a PDF and you can store it away. But the good thing about these forms is that they always lie within Service Bridge. So instead of having to file them away in a cabinet or some other spot, they're always going to be within this work order history here. So then you can go down to Documents and you can easily view these reports. So as you can see, this is an example. We really customized the look, the feel of it to what the customer is looking for. And we added some pictures as well. So great. So that's where the forms lie if you need to view them. So yeah, just a quick put in the finishing touches on this before I take questions. If you have reports, you're interested in hearing more about reports, you can contact our support line or sales line, and we'll help you kind of get the ball rolling on possibly getting a quote on it and what you're looking for. And they're always available at your disposal for any team member. Once it's created, your whole team can utilize these at any time, anywhere. So great. Hopefully that logic makes sense about fields. Any questions about that, let me know. But I guess for the time being now, I will open it up for questions. You can chat me, or you can turn on your microphone and ask me.
Hey, Kevin, it's Lee.
Haley.
Hey, I got a couple questions. Obviously, I just sent you one in the private part of the chat. I saw on your screen right there. There's a tab called Statistics right there.
Mm-hmm.
What is that something that's available to all of us? And what does that need to be requested or turned on, or what is that?
Sure. Yeah, that's a strict feature for franchise companies. So what they're able to do then is, if you are a franchisor, you can have all the franchise companies under your umbrella. And then you're able to kind of select which franchise company that you're viewing these statistics for. But if you just have one company and your own kind of separate company, this homepage essentially will take care of that, or even reports. So statistic is merely for um, franchise or tech companies.
Okay. Um, well, I have a couple other questions, but if somebody else has one, I'll wait my turn.
Okay. Oh, you can ask this, no problem. If it's not a problem.
Okay. All right. A couple things that I've been working through since we've gone to the cloud version right here. Number one is when you were just viewing that form when you went into the attachments there. Unlike when you preview a work order or you preview an invoice, it automatically opens. When you preview an attachment, it makes you download it. Is that a setting on your end, or because I saw it happen to you as well? Is there a way of us just being able to preview those without having to download them?
Yeah, good question. Not at the current moment. It has to be downloaded for it to be viewable. But with the emails, they can be print previewed. But for actual
Right.
physical documents, well, not physical, but actual documents, they would need to be downloaded.
Okay. And when you were talking about in the back from the on the mobile app for the technicians on the general tab and where they can go and they can look into attachments and things of that nature, is there a place or is there a way for the technicians to be able to attach a document or a PDF or a photo or a video directly to the client's general tab versus the work order side of it?
Yeah, good question. So we'll go to a certain I think I know what you're asking. So we'll go to a certain customer here. So this is the customer I utilized. And so if you have, this is a good point. If you have that saved, right? If you downloaded and saved that form, you can go to attachments of the customer record and input it here. And so you can
Okay.
upload it so if you want all those photos not to be on a particular job, but to be on the customer record, um, you can attach them here.
Okay, but there's not a way for our technicians to be able to take a picture of something to add it to the general tab that would attach to the customer record in the attachment category. We got to go through the back end, take a photo, download it, and then attach it ourselves. Correct?
That is correct. I thought there might be a spot under.
Yeah. See, if you click on where was that here? I saw something. If you clicked on attachments, it doesn't allow you to do anything or take anything there. So I was just wondering if that's something that, again, that can be turned on, or is that just something that's not available?
On the mobile app, it's not. The only workaround I can envision is that they actually log into the browser version of Service Bridge. So they open up actually like Safari or Chrome on their tablet, open up Service Bridge, and then they have that picture from there. And although they can't, well, it should be able to work. Now that I think about it, they can upload it to the browser version and as an attachment. Like they can take a picture from their iPad and then they should be able to upload it to this attachments category.
Sounds like we just need to make that a back end office thing versus having them going through browsers and stuff. So,
Yeah.
okay. Tasks. I was talking to Daniel about this. We did the on the in the company gear and we went over into tasks, and then it gives you the ability to actually set up some custom fields for a task. But when I open up where I assign a task, you don't see any custom fields. Can you help me with that?
Tasks.
So if you go to your gear in the upper right corner,
Yeah.
and you click on tasks, and under custom fields, you have the ability to create custom fields in there
Yeah.
for a task. Then you save and close it, and then you go to assign a task. Those custom fields never show up anyplace.
Yeah. That could be the case. That could be. I don't think that's. I don't know if that's. You have to ask Daniel for sure, but I don't think it links to anywhere. I think that's something we were going to look to remove.
Okay, because Daniel didn't have an ID either, so I should probably send that through support page then. Yes.
Yeah, I'll take care of it actually. What is the use case for this? What is the use case for having a custom field on a task instead of just using the notes section?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, obviously or even in a task, if you had it right there, if you had the ability to use a template or select a template there, that would be very helpful. Um,
Notes template is in tasks.
Tell you what, check your mobile device. I don't think it's.
On the bottom, when you open up a task on the right side, it says notes.
Okay, so that's okay. So that's okay. That's what it was. We didn't get Daniel and Gary. So we create the template that we want to be associated with a particular task. Then,
That's right.
correct?
That's right.
Okay. Well, then maybe that's the workaround for custom fields.
Yeah, certainly that you can put the notes in the templates and always have that and just add that to a task.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the last question, under confirmation statuses on a client, you have pre-entered ones in there. Do we have the ability to add additional confirmation statuses?
You do not. You'd have to add a custom field on the customer record, customer level custom field. If you'd like.
Okay,
so if you want to run reports on it, you just make it a custom field.
No, actually, not so much we run a report on it. We just our statuses are just different than what the options that we have there. So I didn't know if we could actually customize it to fit our flow.
Understood.
On that drop down.
Understood. Okay. Yep.
Very good. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Of course. Of course. Great. Great. Does anybody have any other questions that have come to mind? I'm happy to help about whether the topics I talked about today or any sort of general topics that you are looking to learn about. Cool. A couple of things just a reminder. If you haven't given us a review yet on Capterra, please do. That's much appreciated. We are probably going to do this every month. We will look at the reviews on Capterra. Whoever gave us a review, and at the end of the month, we will pull one name out of the hat and give away a free tablet. So we did this to a gentleman who owns a company called Legal Shred last month, and so we're doing it again this month. So go to capterra.com. I believe the link was on the newsletter, but go ahead and review us on Capterra, and your name could be drawn for a brand new iPad. And then lastly is just reviews, or not reviews, is if you know any other businesses, we do have a nice referral bonus. If somebody else joins, we will give you their monthly dues after 3 months' time. So yeah, just want to mention those two things. Send over any questions. I'll leave you guys to it right now, but thanks for joining. And if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.